Palma. Oh,
Oh,
pass. That's unfair, man. Palma, 7 points in the game. To Del Fuentes.
wow.
Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-point. Oh my goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Senes.
Caballero has time.
Now it gets Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Two teams coming off heartbreaking defeats. Battle it out here in our main game at the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. It's a regular season matchup but has some implications moving forward for both the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers and the Bataan Risers. JL Capulong was rock solid in that defeat to the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. Finished in double figures. Eric Camson naman ang trying to bounce back after a disappointing performance against the Binyana Tatak Gel. He will be tasked to lead the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers as they try to take their 9th win of the season. Bataan and Rizal sa ating main game dito sa Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Si Dev Tupas kasama si Christian Luanzon and we are happy to be among the crowd dito sa Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal.
Nabigyan lang tayo ng itong lapel or whatever you call this.
Headset.
Headset. Di ba? First time kasi natin to, nakalimutan ko tuloy kung anong tawag dito.
Oo,
pero dapat,
ang galing mo ha.
Mababait yung mga nasa ano natin.
Oo, kaya nga wala akong nakikita sa likod ko ha. Walang sign ha, walang walang hand gesture.
Mukhang natural lang sa kanila ang nasa TV.
Kaya nga, no, magandang gabi din po sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and on YouTube. And we are also live on Solar every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And syempre, kasama din, nagpalit tayo ng pwesto kasi tayo usually itong ating kasama, she is with the crowd. Ngayon tayo. Ngayon, siya naman ang nasa court. Let's go to Mika Abisamis. Mika, how do you like the view right there sa iyo naman?
Maraming salamat. Alam mo, bukod sa view, isang malamig na gabi dito sa loob ng Inares Center in Montalban. Nakausap ko nga yung crowd na pinag-uusapan nyo kanina. Excited na nga sila for this game. Pero para dito sa Bataan, of course, they were frustrated after that loss to Ilagan, especially when Robbie Darang hurt himself. Pero ang magandang balita, he is okay and healthy and ready to play. Pero yun nga lang, meron pa silang ibang players na hindi 100%. Itong si Gabawan, Octubre, Pagyo, and Maynes. Para naman dito sa kabilang koponan, sabi ni Coach Ralph Rivera, he was also frustrated by losing just by a little dyan sa Binyan. Kaya itong week na to talagang puro end game decisions ang kanilang inayos. Pero may mensahe pala itong si Cap Marco Balagtas para sa fans ng Rizal. Napansin daw nila na after their big losses to San Juan and Binyan, medyo kumonti daw ang mga tao dito sa home court nila. Hiling daw nila na please, wag daw kayong tumigil sumuporta sa kanila dahil kayo ang kanilang lakas. Si Delphine Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Siyempre, dito, yung ibang kasama natin, siyempre, dito sila to support the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Bataan muna ang pag-usapan natin in their last game. A hard-fought game na nakita natin both teams really wanting to get ahead. And siyempre, alam natin na itong dalawang kupunan na to had, magkadikit sila sa team standings dun sa North. Kaya badly needed wins for both teams.
Totoo yan, no? 5-8 ngayon at ang Bataan at nasa 9th place sila sa kanilang division, and a win tonight, would allow them to inch closer. You look at the numbers right here. The second quarter was a big difference, no, sa larong ito. After that slow start, they were trailing as much as 12 points. Able to score 21. Si Kapulong, nabanggit mo nga kanina, 7 of the 19 points in that second quarter. And then after 3, they were down by 5. Pero nung huli, obviously naig itong Ilagan sa kanilang panalo for another or heartbreaking loss para sa para sa Bataan. Bago kasi nun, natalo sila sa Pasig overtime.
Yeah, dito yon.
Tama.
Sa Montalban as well. And when you talk about Bataan and some of their players and including yung mga bago dito sa team na to, this roster, at the very least, dinagdagan nila ito from last season, and they really are serious with their push for a playoff berth. And ang alam mo, maganda dito na pagpasok ito si JL Capulong. He played for Pampanga in season 4 and played collegiate ball with Arellano. Now has come back and is helping out itong Bataan Risers.
It really had an all-around game performance para sa kanya. 19 points, was efficient from the field, got to the line 10 times, and siyang na-shoot niya ron. Even rebounded the basketball, had assist, and a couple steals. And they're gonna need those numbers or maybe even better against a much tougher opponent ngayong gabi.
Rizal, on the other hand, went to Binyan and absorbed a 3-point defeat, and it was a bit of a slow start for them, and then game slipped away, slowly but surely slipped away in that second period. May run dun sa third and fourth, pero kapos itong Rizal Central Mall Golden
Well,
Tours.
particularly midway nung second quarter, papasok a few minutes ng third quarter wherein ang Binyan was able to make a 19-7 run. Care of Kenny Roger Rococora na nahirang best player ng larong yon. And then nung huling quarter, medyo naidikit nila yon. Pero kinapos sila. Dahil na problema sila doon kay Mark Pringis. Nakita niyo yung numero dito. They were out-rebounded. Both teams shooting the ball, below 40%. Even out-assisted 22-13. And this is an important game for Rizal. Nabanggit nga kanina sa report, na itong Rizal got off to a great start, 5-0, has struggled quite a bit, even had that game winner which you covered maybe a few weeks back, mga 6 weeks ago.
Batangas,
yung kalaban ng Batangas has been very inspiring, one of the top calibers dito sa liga, but has struggled lately. Tingnan natin with this complete lineup kung talaga makukuha na nila yung chemistry nila, kasama dyan si Samboy De Leon.
Mike Cañete in the last game, if they won this game, Mike Cañete would have easily been the best player of the game. Pero, hindi nga sila nanalo, kinapos sila. But Mike Cañete has been solid ever since he came on to this Rizal team. He had 13 points against Binyan, 10 in the second half to go with the 4 rebounds, stepping up as Eric Camson struggled big time in that ball game. And Eric only had, I believe, only 1 field goal in that game.
For 2 points. He did have 7 rebounds, and maganda naman dito kay Mike Cañete. He's a forward that can play inside and out. You give him the ball from the outside, has the ability to put the ball on the deck. At the same time, can be active on the rebounds as well. He's athletic enough for those offensive rebounds, second chance points, and a guy that you need every time a guy like Camson is struggling.
Rizal against Bataan. Let's go to Richard Campos now.
Guard number 8, Dom Vera. Playing center number 4, JL Capulong. At forward number 2, Carl Bringas. Point guard number 1, Robbie Darang. One Bataan Risers Kamaya coach is led by Gudi Ilagan with Ogie Gumatay, assistant coaches Arvin Quinto, Paul De La Cruz, Rene Baina, Prince Cruz, Louis Cortina, Marvin Molines, Erwin Lozada, Frederick Francisco, Jonas Giao, and Councilor Gary David, assistant team manager Shai Evangelista, team managers Ariel Joaquin and attorney Gary Palmero, team owner Luis Valenzuela. And now, for your Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. At forward number 6, Energizer Tolentino. Coming in at center number 13, Eric Camson. Power forward number 28, Marco Paulo Balagtas. Point guard number 18, Keanu Caballero. And at 2 guard number 17, Elwin Alday. The head coach is Ralph Rivera. His assistants are Don Villamin, Christian Coronel, Mario Gotera. The team manager Joel Conde. Team governor Sandre Cruz. The team owners are Jaime Lim and Alexander Cruz.
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Robbie Darang fit to play tonight. He starts with Dom Vera, JL Capulo, Carl Bringas, and Mitchell Maynes for Bataan. Rizal will have Keanu Caballero, Alwin Alday, Eric Camson, Neil Tolentino, and Marco Balagtas. Ang lima sa loob. Nice balance. Offense and defense para sa dalawang kupunan as they begin this ball game, which will have Jay Castroverde, Lester Arcega, Karina Martin, and EJ Carase as our officials. We are underway in Montalban, Rizal, Bataan in white, Rizal in blue. Minus to Darang up against Keanu Caballero. This is a nice matchup at the point guard spot. Capulong, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Vera got the step, back shot won't go. Rebound ni Camson as Rizal get their first crack here in this possession.
No, Bataan had the right idea and in mind, moving the ball, getting their feet in the paint. Yun nga lamang, hindi ma-execute matapos yung unang tira sa loob. Pero sa kabila naman, konting pasahan lang. Napunta kay all day yung bola. Alam naman natin, specialty na yan. Yung pag-shoot ng bola sa loob ng basket.
Alwin Alday shrugging off a finger injury to play in this ball game. Darang for three, no good. Rebounding Eric Camson. Rizal plays with a lot of pace. Expect them to run. Camson sa ilalim, off the feed from Alday. Eric short. One more opportunity for Camson. 0 for 2 to start the game. He's been struggling. Eric Camson. Darang, Vera, Capulong. Inside and JL Capulong puts it in off the glass.
Pabigatan itong dalawang to na naig doon. Probably 5 to 10 more pounds na itong si Capulong. And because of that nudge, nawala sa depensa and ang ganda ng look para kay Capulong for his first two.
Camson got the step. Bigay kay Tolentino. Feed to Camson sa ilalim. 3-second violation.
It was either Balagtas or si Camson. Mamili ka na lang sa dalawa because both of them halos nang itlog sa loob. Pero ito yung drive. Ayun, that nudge. Napatras si Camson. Easy shot para kay Capulong.
Nice soft touch para kay JL Capulong. We're tied at 2. Bataan, Capulong gets in the lane. This time well defended by Camson. Tolentino is ahead of the pack na agaw ni Mitchell Maynes. Maynes against Tolentino. Nice defensive play from Tolentino. Alday is fouled by Carl Bringas.
Off that pass by Caballero. And immediately feels the contact. He expected that to go in, pero because of the contact, hindi niya naipasok yun. Pero 2 free throws magbibigay sa kanya.
7 seasons in, hindi pa rin nagbabago ang laro ni Alvin Alday.
Mahusay pa rin.
13.6 points per game, 3 rebounds. He was one of the leading scorers last season, averaging 18 per contest.
He even had that signature career high in his 6th season. What's the number?
40
something.
Yeah.
We covered that game in Binyan, I believe.
Yeah, against Mindoro. He has the first 4 points of the game for Rizal. Alwin Alday, JL Capulong against Camson, and Camson caught.
He got bailed out by Camson. I thought Camson initially, ang ganda na ng depensa niya, nasabayan niya, naharangan niya yung atake sa gitna. Pero yung huling pagsudot niya, ayun, na-bail out Capulong ngayon, nasa linya. Who was outstanding at the line, made 9 for 10.
And JL Capulong, gotta admire his development. Turning out to be a really solid professional. Kita natin yan against when he was with Pampanga. A little raw, but his game has matured
Alam mo, kung si Christian Hernandez ay tinatawag ni Richard Campos na big boy, si Kapulong, dapat mega to, mega boy to. Kasi di hamak naman.
Big boy.
Oh, di hamak
Bigger
na,
boy, bigger boy.
Di hamak naman mas malaking boy itong si Kapulong.
And really a boy with his face. Alwin Alday against Dom Vera. Alwin will not get the bounce, but a foul on Dom Vera.
He just has a knack, either to score or to get to the line. Itong si Alday, especially at his not so big size.
To thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Uy, kumusta po, LGR?
Namimiss mo na.
Oo, kasi lalo na dito sa venue, malamig. Pwedeng jacket yan.
Pwede.
Balita ko, maganda mga jacket dyan.
Naka-hoodie.
Halatang halata, no? Baka sabihin, hindi tayo nagsasabi ng totoo. Ayan, no? The fans have spoken.
6 points para kay Alwin Alday. 4 of 4 at the line. Under 7 minutes to play here in the first period. Dom Vera. The backdoor play broken up by Neil Tolentino. Looked like it was off Tolentino, but nonetheless, it is Rizal ball.
Well, how about the recovery by Neil Tolentino? He was going to deny the ball as I believe was a minus trying to step up to get the ball, and then yung biglang backdoor was able to turn his head and get a hand in. Hindi lang yun. Force a turnover.
Keanu Caballero, 10 seconds to work with. Keanu, the step back three. No. Rebound, nakuha ni Dom Vera. Goes to Robbie Darang, who had hurt himself in that loss to Ilagan Isabela. Natamaan siya sa tuhod ni Philip Manalang. And Darang knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, that's a good sign for Robbie Darang. After missing his first shot, relatively struggled in the last game. Ito si Robbie Darang, 6 points of 5 shots. Did have 4 rebounds and 6 assists, but turned the ball over 5 times in 25 minutes of play.
A loose ball foul on Marco Balagtas as Camson is now 0 for 3. Bataan down by 1 here in the early goings. Bringas, they go to Kapulong against Camson. Kapulong, the one-hander, that's short. Rebound ni Eric Camson. Bigay agad kay Keanu Caballero. Tolentino has it against Minus. On the left side, Neil to Marco. Nasa gitna. Finds Alday. Alday, shot clock winding down. Alwin fires and misses. Rebound nakuha ni Robbie Darang. Minus, the drive and the finish. Galing kay Mitchell Minus.
A little slow to get back in transition. Minus takes advantage with that jackknife drive. Ito, nakastop muli itong Batangas. Minus ulit, may hawak ng bola. Another attack. Uncontested at the rim. Back-to-back baskets by Richard Minus.
Mitchell
Minus. Naririnig ko kasi yung boses ni Richard Tampos eh.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X-Pop. Personal karaoke speaker. Everyday karaoke. Mitchell Minus with back-to-back baskets. Timeout, Rizal.
Dami ko ng error ha.
Mitchell minus 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists against the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. He had a memorable basket in that game. Yung in and out dribble, tapos yung George Gervin / Dr. J finish sa ilalim.
Yeah, I would say that's Dr. J 4.0. Okay. Hindi sobrang lapit. Medyo kamukha lang kasi hindi naman niya talaga nabitbit yung bola at wala siya sa likod ng board. But for a local setting for a Filipino, has to be impressive. Definitely, number 1 play yun dapat.
Okay. Abangan natin ang mga selection for this week.
Oo. Pero ang ganda naman ng sagot ng Rizal. No, napilitan tumawag ng timeout si Coach Ralph after that back-to-back layups ni Mitchell minus.
Okay.
3 points naman ang naging sagot ng Rizal after that timeout.
Darang trying to answer right back.
Yun lang.
Grabe.
Nakasagot ka agad si Robbie.
5 points para kay Robbie Darang. Bataan. Oh, Caballero. Shootout here in the first period.
Masyadong malalim yung depensa sa kanya. Went under not only his teammate but under 2 people. Naka-squeeze yung ball screen. Libre si Caballero.
Darang. Another one. Oh!
Malapit na ba ang All-Star?
Wala pa, malayo pa.
Pasiklaban na Gusto yata sumali sa 3-point shootout nitong dalawa.
Tingnan natin kung ano sagot ni Keanu. This time the drive. Corner 3. Alwin Alday. Mintis. Bringas comes away with the loose ball. Bringas met by Samboy De Leon. Ball slipping out of his hands. Alwin Alday inside to Bringas. The extra pass. Minus will miss. Bringas with the offensive rebound. Labas kay Minus. Mitchell. Caballero staying in front. That's an offensive foul on Mitchell Minus.
A little chicken wing. No, yung kaliwang arm niya. No? Ang ganda rin ng bara. And itong si Caballero on the second move. Ito yung 3-pointer ni Caballero.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Ito yung sagutan. Yung dalawang guardia, Darang as well, with his own version. And it's 15-12 Bataan. Cañete is in the game. And Mike Cañete sails in for that layup.
Nagparamdam kagad.
Alex Ramos kakapasok lang din. Kapulong recovered by Santos. Nice fake. Santos no good, but Kapulong with a stick back. 17-14 Bataan. Camson lets it fly. Good.
Gotta love that shot by Eric Camson because it was a shot in rhythm. Stepping into his 3. He has that shot.
Kapulong inside the paint. No. Ramos foul at the basket.
Now trying to sell the call was Eric Camson of the offensive foul. Ni Kapulong, no call right there. Bumagsak siya. But despite of the miss, etong miss ni Kapulong, it opened up the offensive rebound because nobody, and I mean nobody, backs down Ramos.
Alex Ramos at the line for the bonus. Palitan ng tao dito for both teams. Pingoy, Naive, and Jeric Serrano are in the game for Rizal. Kasama si Samboy De Leon and Mike Cañete. Serrano inside the paint. And a foul on Santos. Hubert Cani, Ives Sazon, Jeff Santos, Kapulong will sit. Pinalitan ni Chris Javier. Jeric Serrano at the line. So now the 5 on the floor for Bataan. Cani, Sazon, Santos, Javier, and Ramos. Lintis ang unang free throw ni Jeric Serrano. Minute and 39 left here in the first quarter. Rizal trailing by 1. Minute and 39 left here sa ating unang quarter. Cani bringing the ball down for Bataan. Santos, they go to Javier. Javier gets it back. Cani. Go to Sazon, launches the 3. Off. Cañete taps it to De Leon. Samboy. Nabitawan ng bola, he recovers. Samboy De Leon off the glass and in.
Samboy almost turned the ball over right there. He had an open naive to the left corner. Matulad nga na sabi mo, ang ganda ng recovery niya. And ang ganda rin ng finish niya to finish the break.
Rizal in the lead, 19-20. Masyado malakas ang pasa ni Hubert Cani.
Kahit 7-footer, hindi maabot yun. Masyado mataas yung pasang yun. And turnover para sa Bataan.
They're already in penalty, Bataan. Balik pa sa kanila yung bola.
Little zone right here. Change of defense for Bataan. That middle of the zone is wide open. Pero yung alley-oop din, libre.
Nice execution there from Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. And change in defense actually is a gamble at this point.
It is, especially kung hindi connected yung mga players sa loob. And that time, Sambo De Leon took advantage with the eye in the sky play.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. We have a timeout on the floor. Bataan trailing by 3. And back inside the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Parang requirement yata yung hoodie/jacket dito. Another layer of clothing dahil sa lamig.
Huwag mo naman parinig kay LGR yan. Unang-una, abusado ko na dalawa ang hiningi mo. Jacket na, hoodie pa. Or combination of 2, pwede rin.
Okay lang yun. Mabait yung kaibigan natin si Ryan Cruz.
Yeah.
Saka si Ma'am Sonia.
Kumusta po kayo?
And si Miss Eunice. Hubert Cani. 2-second differential, game clock and shot clock. Ives Sazon gets it to Javier. Binigay kay Hubert Cani. Cani to Ramos. Launches the jumper, no good. Samboy De Leon on the move. Samboy, he'll fire. Had time there.
I thought he had Pingoy open to his right. You know, he had time to make an extra pass and to get a cleaner look. Nonetheless, Rizal, after 10 minutes of play, papasok sa second quarter, 3 ang kalamangan.
It was a shootout between Caballero and Darang. Both players with a couple of three-pointers in quick succession dun sa ating first period. And then came Samboy De Leon with that alley-oop finish. 22-19 at the end of one. Home team Rizal ahead. Back inside the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Second quarter action dito between Rizal and Bataan. Check out the home record ng Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. 2-2 sa kanilang home court. Let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Coach Ralph Rivera is focused on the small things. Although he has a group of guys na kaya naman daw dumipensa ng full court, he is really still looking for that right mix of 5 on the floor. He has some problems with their ball screen, scoring sa wing besides Alwin. Nasa-set up naman daw ng maayos but hindi lang talaga masustain. I asked, are you still confident, Coach, to be called a strong contender already? He said yes. Just give us some polishing and maybe some pickups during trade. Hopefully you'll see us there. So that's Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. I think their start 5-0 start as a big message that they are contenders in the South. Probably a top 4 team, which they are right now.
Well, kung titignan mo yung composition ng team nila by position, halos kompleto rin ito. Hindi mo masasabing kulang sa materialis ito. The big question is, with the additions of Samboy De Leon, because nag-start yan with the season and the injury, ganun din si Apisible na hindi pa natin nakikita although suited up. Those are rotational players obviously, which means merong mga ilang manlalaro like top of my head like si Eric Piling na nasa rotation nung umpisa, wala na ngayon. We have yet to see him now in this game. Kung nakaka-apekto ito sa kumpiyansa nila once na ginamit sila. Napag-usapan natin ito nung last game. We use Binyan as an example. One of the negative things, so to speak, of having a deep team, kung saan yung third stringers mo ay capable of playing, is ang hirap mag-develop ng rhythm sa laro and yung mga susunod na laro para mabuo yung kumpiyansa mo.
And dito sa Rizal, this is quite a change for them as Samboy De Leon knocks down the 3. This is quite a change for them because this is their deepest squad in 6 seasons dito sa liga natin.
No question.
They are tipped to go far this season with this lineup that they have as Javier turns the ball over. And now Apasible, who was their starting center last season, is coming in with 8.5 minutes to play in the second quarter as Sazon here nails the 3. Binawi naman ni Samboy.
Well, to add to what I just said, the positive thing about that, you talk to any coach, mas gugustuhin nilang mas may lalim yung team nila kesa maging mababaw. Kumbaga, mas maganda pa rin ang problema nila. It's just a matter of time for them to really fit as a team.
De Leon there making things happen as he finds Serrano on that drive. 27-22. Javier to Ramos. Santos. Almost a steal. Javier. Cani. 3. Good. Great ball movement for both teams. Able to find the open man. This time Bataan scoring the 3 through Hubert Cani.
Well, that's why it's called a gamble. Because there's no guarantee at yung pang-gamble doon ni Hubert Cani. Okay, instead of being a steal and a layup on the other end, turned out to be an open shot, an open 3-point shot for Hubert Cani.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Samboy De Leon feeding Serrano, but Samboy committing the turnover on the next possession. Sazon with a jumper, and that jumper is wet at the moment. Dalawa na yan dito sa ating second quarter.
Now that's something, that'll be interesting to see in terms of results adjustment. Ilang beses na ginagawa nitong Bataan, yung action na yan. Giving the ball to the post but using it as a decoy into that grenade action. That time, Ives Sazon knocks it down.
Nag-alangan si Naive, turnover. Yambing is fouled. Look at the athleticism of Bataan with Minus and Yambing there.
Trying to go for that follow-up slam with 2 hands. Casually. I couldn't even do that dun sa aparador namin sa bahay. Hirap na rin ako.
Aparador nyo, 7-8 feet.
Mataas.
William Bing at the line. numbers are down this season.
Hindi ko alam kung ang problema yung aparador o yung legs ko. Yung anak ko abot niya.
But your Pinoy step has been
Oh my gosh, ito na naman tayo.
has been replayed over and over again.
Oh my gosh.
My friend.
Yambing now at the line.
You're really, you know,
Ang pinag-uusapan natin,
with the more
talon.
with the more illustrious players on the league, and I believe you're a top 5 player there.
Ay nako. Eto, ang pasible.
Gusto ko talaga may hot take ako dun sa liga niyo eh. Kasi nandun ka. Alday floater won't go. Rebound Yambing quickly to Kani. Bataan up by 2 here in the second period. Minus back to Javier. A jumper won't go. Apasible with the rebound. Gandang experiment to. Alday is blocked by Javier. Camson with a stick back.
And that's why sa buhay, you never give up. Lalo na sa basketball court. Camson did not stop going down or rim running. That time, bumagsak ang bola sa kanya. And he finishes up and cleans up the Alday miss. Ito na naman ang Rizal with a stop.
Pingoy fires a 3. No good. Rebound Yambing. And what I'm saying is that Apasible and Camson together, and you know, more time together could, you know, really help Rizal here moving forward. Kani for 3. Yes, sir.
Hubert Kani might have gotten away with an offensive foul of trying to get open, but marginal contact mukha, no? Ang tingin siguro ng ating officials, and that's his second 3 of the ball game. Momentum swinging once again to Bataan as Minus forces an offensive foul quickly on the other end. Ito yung pag-get open ni Kani.
Yeah.
May tulak talaga. You know, and no call right there. Official was right in front of them. Libre si Hubert Kani. Pangalawang 3-point shot na.
32-29. Bataan on top. With denial by Camson there. Kay Mitchell Minus ang bola. The in and out dribble. Mitchell. Oh, wow. What a shot. Underneath. Apasible there. Using some English as well. It's a 5-point game. Caballero. To Apasible. Atake sa gitna. John Apasible. Rizal is at their best when the ball is moving, but this is the Gixer great move of the game. Born for greatness.
The same way itong si Mitchell Minus. And every time he puts his head down, almost impossible to stop. Nakakailan na yan dito sa larong ito, whether in transition, that time in the half court.
Sazon goes back to the bench. 4.5 minutes to play. Balik na si Dom Vera for Bataan.
Eric Pilik, nasa loob na rin.
Defense there from JL Capulong, breaking up that entry pass to Camson. Pili with 5 to shoot. Camson on the cut, off the glass and in.
Nice pass, nice cut by Camson, and showing that he has that little fadeaway in him using the glass.
34-31, Yambing. They go to Capulong, 10 seconds to work with. JL inside, fouled by Camson. Eric Camson cannot believe the call.
And the thing is, Eric Camson has done a decent job of moving his feet by the time na makuha na ni Capulong ang bola. And this is something we've mentioned in the last game. In a guy like Mark Pingris, importante yung depensa mo off the ball, of pushing them out. And that's because mas malayo na sila sa basket. It also means that they're gonna have to work harder, dribble more to get to the basket.
Coach Ralph Rivera is challenging the foul on Eric Camson. We'll be right back.
The coach's challenge made by Rizal is successful. There was no foul.
So, Eric Camson had a reason to protest actually.
Oh, nakatayo lang.
Marginal contact. So no call. Challenge successful. Oh, hindi nakatingin si Keanu Caballero doon. So they had that inbound, well defended. Vera goes to Yambing, who fires. No rebound. Eric Pili.
I thought Caballero missed.
Caballero with a three-pointer.
Challenge yata ng Bataan to.
May entry pa siya kay ano
Oo,
doon?
meron.
Kay Marco Balagtas.
Oo,
na hindi niya nabigay.
malalim si Marco eh. Minus was just standing and waiting really. It's like he was inviting the pass. But instead, Caballero had other things in mind, particularly shooting a jumper. Nakakadalawa na yan, pero coach's challenge. Commercial muna tayo.
Yeah, foul on Dom Vera is being challenged by Coach Goody and Coach Ogie. Babalik kami.
Challenge made by one Bataan Risers is successful. There was no foul on Dom Vera.
So it's a successful challenge for Bataan. Right there. I think that's a good challenge for Coach Goody. Instead of 3 free throws, they get the ball back. Because
Yes.
it was a jump ball. And the possession arrow was pointing their way. Inside minus. Nice defense by Pili and Balagtas. Pili was trying to run the floor there. Caballero will drive. Finds Pili. Nasa corner. A 3. That won't drop. Caballero saves it to the wrong man. Dom Vera steps into this three-pointer, no good. Yambing with the offensive rebound, and it's with Robbie Darang. 10 seconds in the shot clock. Kapulong drives left, blocked by Pili. Camson comes away with the loose ball. Caballero inside to
What a
Balagtas.
pass.
Oh, blocked by Vera. Pili is down low.
Both teams executing and at the same time playing excellent defense. You saw the defensive stop by Pili, the block on Kapulong. Sa kabila naman binawi ni Vera of what was supposed to be a layup, or at least what Balagtas thought he had.
Darang
Nice,
Hesi. Yes. 10 points for Robbie Darang. Coming back. Not really coming back, but you know, after getting hurt last week, nice response from him. Caballero for 3. Yes. And the little Giants are coming out to play here. He's got 9 points. Keanu Caballero.
All from downtown.
Robbie Darang, on the other hand, has 10. 2-point lead for Bataan.
I love that movie, by the way. Little Giants.
Oh,
Classic yun. Darang misses a 3.
Eric Camson with 10 rebounds. Alday goes baseline. Labas kay Pili.
He's open.
Back to Alday. Corner 3. Good!
Pero mas libre si Alday on that ala Steph Curry na relocation. Yung pag-relocate lang drive, pass, relocate, shoot.
9 points for Alwin Alday. 1-point lead for Rizal. Minute and 20 remaining here in the first half. minus 3. No, rebound Camson. 11 rebounds for Eric Camson. Caballero waits for Camson.
That's a foul.
A foul,
That's a foul.
before the shot. Only the second team foul for Bataan here in the second quarter.
You can't hand check with one hand, let alone with two. Ito yung drive, kick, relocate, extra pass, swoosh.
3-point shot is brought to the extreme. One-stop shop appliances. Caballero unable to connect on the 3 and is off. JL Capulong. Good hustle there galing kay Marco Balagtas.
Well, he did a good job of getting the rebound sa taas against two blue shirts. Pero yung pagbaba niya, doon naging problema. Not strong enough with the basketball. Tumama sa kanyang tuhod. Bola babalik dito sa Rizal.
Alday drives middle. Nice
What a
fake.
fake.
Alwin, Mintis. Rebound, Camson. That's rebound number 12, Eric Camson. The crowd appreciating the effort of Eric Camson. 9 points and 12 rebounds. 13 rebounds here in the first half as Rizal extends the lead 39-36.
I don't know, or I don't care if it's a hang or a ham, either or. Hang time, ham time, it's still 2 points. Eric Camson showing that he can finish even a little time in the air.
Galing kami sa talo, mas hungry kami. Kailangan mag-move on na kami kasi ganun talaga, long season. Sa game ngayon, syempre, na-expect namin na go hard sila kasi ayaw nila magpatalo kasi home court namin. Though kami rin naman, syempre, ayaw namin magpatalo. So, na-expect namin na pukpukan yung laban ngayon. Syempre, bibigay namin yung 101% namin para sa mga tiga-Rizal.
That's Alwin Alday for you. Backing up his statement with those 9 points.
I wonder what the truth really is in terms of effort percentage. As you see the steal, Eric Pili is gonna finish. No, tatapusin ni Balagtas.
You know, Eric Bailey has missed a handful of shots from close range, but he is in the game for a reason, Christian.
He's been impactful, especially on defense. We saw the block a couple minutes before that, and it was against a big man. That time the steal that triggered the fast break forces the miss right here kay Ives Sazon. Ito na ulit ang Rizal, and Balagtas is gonna finish. Hindi.
Couple of misses at the rim for Rizal to close out the half, but nonetheless they have momentum.
It doesn't feel fitting though, especially the way Rizal has been executing the last 2 minutes. I thought that they deserve a basket to beat the buzzer. Pero tulad yan ang sabi mo, nonetheless, Rizal heading into the half with a 5-point lead.
Is annihilating Oscar De La Hoyas. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left land for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. both right and left hand. This is why we use the word sensation.
Back at the Henares Center in Montalban for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by two special guests. Attorney Gary Palmero, of course, of the One Bataan Risers, and of course, Sir Mario Gutera of the Rizal Golden Coolers. Magandang gabi po, mga Ginoo. Sir, of course, ang ganda ng laro, no? Good defense, great game, pero nagsisimula na nga itong si Alday at Camson. So, sa tingin niyo, sir, anong dapat gawin sa second half para dyan?
Tinitingnan namin kung sino yung mga offensive players nila ngayon na gumagawa. Yun nga, nabanggit natin si Alday at saka si Camson. So siguro hihigpitan namin yung defense sa kanilang dalawa at saka yung sa buong team din.
Maraming salamat, sir. Meron pa kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Nagpapasalamat kami sa mga LGU officers ng Bataan, Kamaya Coast family and friends. Nandito sila para sumuporta. Kamaya Airport, our pilots are here. Kamaya Golf, ini-invite namin yung mga gusto mag-golf. Yung One Beach Ferry namin from Pasay to Orion, Bataan, magsisimula na rin kami next month. Nagpapasalamat kami sa Las Casas. Binabati ko din yung Bermido family from Lucena.
Maraming salamat po. Once again, Attorney Gary Palmero of the One Bataan Risers. Sir Mario, ang ganda nga ng laro, no? Napag-usapan namin ni Attorney Gary. The fans are obviously loving the show, but how do you keep this lead, lalo na po pag nagsimula ang shooters ng Bataan?
We need to stay on our game plan and control the rebounds. The past games na natatalo kami, rebounding ang problema namin. We have to work on that. And of course, yung offense namin, pag maganda ang defense, kukontinue na lang yon.
Nakikita na nga natin yan kay Alwin at saka kay Eric. Sir, meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Of course, ang Centro Mall, Golden Coolers, and to the family of Sir Sandre Cruz na nandito ngayon, and to all the families of Centro Mall, Powerhouse, and Golden Coolers. Salamat.
Maraming salamat. Once again, Sir Mario Gutera of the Rizal Golden Coolers. Ngayon naman, mga kaliga, let's celebrate the life in memory of one of the greatest legends and icons of Philippine music, Ka Freddy Aguilar. Watch this.
back inside the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. The Golden Coolers with a 5-point lead at the break against the Bataan Risers. And it's been a well-played game so far for
It
both
has.
teams.
Yeah, I mean, both teams shooting above 40%, and usually, ang maging comment natin dito, because both teams average defensively, that has not been the case. Offensively, both teams only have 12 turnovers combined. So, and we've seen how, you know, they've been trying to execute their offense. Not only that, you know, hitting open shots. Kita mo naman yung three-point shooting. You know, 40% for Rizal, making 6. 50% for Bataan, making 5. Obviously, care of Robbie Darang. You know, ganun din si Hubert Cani, who had a couple threes. Sa kabila naman, syempre si Alday and si Caballero. Rebounding, you know, belong to Rizal with the advantage of +7. You know, probably the reason why they're up also by 7 into halftime. But really a big part of it, as you take a look at the leading scorers. You know, Robbie Darang, the only player in that first half who finished in double figures. Sa kabila naman, Alday, Caballero comes on with 9 points apiece. Samboy De Leon off the bench had 7. But really that late run in the last few minutes of the quarter, they could have been up by 7. You know, nagmintis lang si Balagtas to finish the quarter. Pero yung run na yon, that could spell a difference, especially kung magtuloy-tuloy itong run to start the quarter ng Rizal sa outcome ng larong ito.
Absolutely, and they start with Balagtas, De Leon, Alday, Caballero, and Camson, and they force a turnover on the first possession for Bataan as well. Kabila naman, Bataan has Hubert Cani, Jeff Santos, Chris Javier, Carl Bringas, and Mitchell Maynes. Balagtas, jumper, won't go. Rebound, picked up by Maynes, recovered by Santos, now with Cani. Mitchell, again, now with Javier against Balagtas. They want to go to Maynes.
Was a smaller defender, Caballero.
Hindi makapunta yung bola doon. Cani for 3. It's Camson with 13 rebounds in the contest.
So those are 2 empty possessions to start the third quarter para sa Bataan.
Samboy against Maynes. Gets isolated on the right side. Now Alday with a drive off the glass and in. Alwin Alday, you need the bucket. You give the ball to Alwin Alday. 7-point lead, Rizal.
A big reason kung bakit ang tawag sa kanya all day.
Cani. Javier, the swing. Great defense by De Leon. Quick hands. Javier pulls up. That's over the top. Cani for 3. Camson with another rebound. That's 14 rebounds for Camson. Caballero finds De Leon. Samboy, no. Javier could not save it. Bola ng Rizal.
They're trying to exploit the advantage of that big boy rebound by Camson. Dalawang white shirts ang nakapaligid sa kanya. That quick outlet, pero hindi matapos ni Samboy De Leon sa kabila of the inbounds pass. Little lob pass para kay Camson. You really have to be impressed kay Camson. Hindi kataasan ng talon. You know, humahang time. As you see, what the Kobe said he's wearing.
You like that, huh?
Ganda. May kamahalan eh. Lalo na yung reselling value.
Lalo na sa size mo.
Absurd. Really, an absurd price.
Eric Camson stops on the dime and misses the jumper. Rebounding Maynes. Foul given up by Alday to stop the fast break.
I'm surprised na hindi free throws ang
Kanina,
na-reward.
yeah.
Okay, Camson. Because that was a lob pass. He was fouled up in the air.
You're saying it was on the pass. Maynes is fouled by De Leon. This time, it will be 2 free throws for Mitchell Minus. First free throw goes para kay Mitchell Minus.
No, Bataan in their last game, no, kahit na natalo sila doon sa Ilagan, really made a living off the free throw line.
And a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Was 20 of 27. And si Mitchell Minus was 5 of 6 for 83%. Alday misses. Minus. Here he comes once again to lead this transition break.
Good defense from Samboy De Leon. Caballero down low. Camson with a teardrop runner. I don't know what it is, but it goes in. 15 rebounds for Eric Camson as well.
Sa laki ni Camson, no? Oftentimes he would expect a strong finish. That time, little finesse.
Caballero finds Camson. Basket and one. What a pass from Caballero to Eric Camson, who's playing inspired basketball tonight. 9-point lead, Rizal. The assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Terrific finish galing kay Eric Camson.
So itong kombinasyon na to by Keanu and Eric ngayong gabi has been really effective. Parang naghahanapan itong dalawa, whether si Keanu, open for a 3 na nakita natin ng first half. At that time, Keanu with his strong drive. And how about Camson running the floor and the finish after the foul?
Unable to complete the three-point play though. 13 points, 16 rebounds for Eric Camson. On track for a 20-20 game here. Muntik ng maagaw. Santos recovers. Jamil Gabawan finds Minez on the drive. Blocked by Camson. Here come Rizal. Camson, that pass was for Alday. He gets it anyway. He slips though. And a foul whistled on Minez, I believe.
A good sportsmanship between Minez and Alday as Minez trying to help him up. Now Minez right here trying to do a little Jordan-esque, pero ang palpal hindi lang pataasan ng talon. Timing din, yun ang pinakita ni Camson, and great recovery by Alday as he slipped and was able to tap the ball. Na-foul siya.
Balagtas, no good on the finish. Camson again! 17 rebounds for Eric Camson to go with his 15 points.
He has really worked hard, it seems, for every defensive, that time offensive rebound. Right here with the seal screen, creates an open lane for Balagtas, cleans up the mess, and is really pumped up as he forces a timeout for Bataan.
Back inside the United Center in Montalban, Rizal, and that's our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Dito sa Montalban, Rizal. Mabibigla ka talaga pag nakikita mo sarili mo dyan sa Jumbotron eh. Kanina nga ako, na-excite ako nung nakikita ko yung naghahanda tayo sa pregame.
Lalo na ako nakalimutan ko nga na headset pala ang tawag dito sa mga suit natin.
Sa sobrang excitement mo ha. Everyone here, wala pa yatang klase, no? Coach Chris, kaya marami pa mga bata.
Hindi ako makarelate. Halos 2 dekada na akong graduate eh.
May mga anak ka eh.
May mga anak. Oo nga pala.
Ano ka ba?
Homeschooled eh.
Homeschooled. Kamson, the spin, no good. Bataan going for back-to-back baskets. Kani, no. Gabawan, the fake. Gabawan, the finish. Couple of fakes there. Jamil Gabawan is hobbling as he goes back to defend.
He is, but you have to appreciate yung kanyang effort doon. Cleaning up yung mintes nitong si Hubert Cani. How about the finish? Halos nakatarikod na at the tip of the rim. Tatawagan ng double foul si Balagtas at si Gabawan.
Gabawan,
well, as reported, he's injured.
Yeah, top of the coverage, sinabi ni Mika Abisamis. But check out this play of the game. Brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. He will stay on the floor.
Marami yan eh, no? Yung ni-report ni Mika. Hindi lang si Gabawan. Si Maines parang nabanggit nga may maliit na injury. Pero sa bagay, mas marami talagang alam si Mika na usually hindi natin alam eh.
Tama.
Diba?
Cañete, 2 seconds in the shot clock. Kapulong with the rebound. Darang. He'll wait for Santos. Balik kay Darang. Rekindling this matchup with Caballero. Gabawan. Gabawan slips.
Good
Yambing
pass.
is open. That's a 3. No. And that's off Kapulong. Bola ng mga naka-blue, Rizal.
Excellent execution by Bataan right there. As soon as, was that Kapulong who got the ball on the post?
Yeah.
Nakuha niya, no? 45 cut from the weak side. Opened up that shot in the corner by Yambing, I believe. Hindi lang naipasok.
Naive is in for Alday. They will challenge the call. I think this could be successful here. May feeling lang ako. We'll be right back.
The challenge of One Bataan Risers is successful. There was no foul.
It's a successful challenge for the Risers. Clean swipe galing kay Kapulong. Ganda yung tiwala ni Coach Goody and Coach Ogie sa kanya.
Totoo yan, no? Sa, hindi katulad to ng ibang liga wherein meron mga really designated people with iPads as Naive misses a 3. Kung saan binibase mo yung decision mo dito. Really sa tiwala, sa salita ng mga players mo as Yambing misses a 3. Rebounded once again by none other than Mr. Kamson.
18 boards for Eric Kamson. He's winning this matchup with Kapulong.
No question.
Samboy De Leon puts it in off the glass.
You talk about winning a matchup, Samboy De Leon winning that one, certainly masyado rin siyang malalim doon, masyado rin siyang malaki para kay Santos.
Darang got the step. Nandun si Kamson. Good challenge. Rebound ni Cañete.
They have numbers.
Caballero finds Kamson inside. What a pass from Keanu Caballero.
Minsan hindi lang pwede, sobrang bilis mo yung timing din eh. Ang ganda ng timing ni Caballero doon. Waited and Kapulong, not enough time for him to recover. Kamson was wide open. Turnover once again. Fast break once again para sa Rizal.
Kamson, the soft touch. 19 points para kay Eric Kamson. 10 here in the third period.
Slowly but surely lumalaki na ang kalamangan nitong Rizal. Important 3 minutes here remaining sa third quarter para sa Bataan.
And the steal from Kamson. And Eric Camson will lay it in.
Pasab
21
na siya.
points.
Pasab na siya. Pasab ba to? Tumuturo. Hindi.
Humingi ng sub.
Either or, kung pasab man yun o turo, dalawa yun, pwede niyang gawin sa ganda ng nilalaro niya.
The fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. He's not the most athletic.
Pero siya pa rin nangunguna eh.
Oo.
Siya nangunguna sa points. Siya nangunguna sa rebound. Sub nga. Ayun, yan yung hindi natin nakita. Yung turo na yung nakita natin eh.
But just incredible basketball being played by Eric Camson tonight. Rizal up by 15. Timeout Bataan. And what a game from Eric Camson tonight. Certainly a big bounce back performance. 2 points in the last game, and in the loss to Binyan, back with a vengeance. 21 points, 18 rebounds for Eric Camson.
No, this is how you bounce back. No, hindi lang yung sasabihin mo sa coach mo, Coach, babawi ako. Kundi gagawin mo talaga sa loob. And from the get-go, nakita natin, ganadong-ganado itong si Eric Camson. Pinapanood ko siya sa warm-up eh. You know, talagang pinipilit niyang, kumbaga, mapawisan ng gusto, lalo na sa lamig dito sa venue natin. At kita naman natin sa performance niya. Those are big numbers.
Monster numbers, say the least. Napasible is whistled for the personal.
Aaron Estacio papasok. A former Marikina shoemaker. First time to check it. Shoemaster. Yeah. Tatlo na error ko ha.
Okay lang yan. Wala pang ano ngayon. Wala pang half-court shot.
Oh,
Hindi mo man lang nabawi sarili
Oo
mo.
nga eh. Alam mo, buti na lang walang laro pasag eh. Kung hindi, si Jasper, ginawa ko na naman pat.
Favorite mo talaga yan. Hindi ka nag-iisa doon. Pati si Coach Mike.
Pero si Pat panay ang pasalamat sa akin. Sabi niya, Coach, okay lang kahit ulitin mo. Sabi ko, bakit? Dumami ang followers ko eh.
Tumataas yung profile niya sa'yo. The Aaron Estacio at the line.
Mahusay naman lalaro.
Of course.
Pero
I'd like to
tama ba
thank
galing sa injury?
Oo. LGR Sportswear, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat. Family.
One of the numerous products ni Coach Gino Manansala sa St. Clair.
59-42 is the count. Rizal only led by 5 at the end of the first half, minus quick hands there. Referee Karina Martin saying that Samboy De Leon has yet to establish position sa pag-ano niya when he tapped that ball in. Pili comes in for Samboy De Leon.
Pero dahil walang change of possession, 7-second shot clock.
Robbie Darang, binabantayan ni Estacio. Darang, he'll run out of time. Then Hubert Cani will check in for Robbie Darang. This is an 18-6 quarter for Rizal, Christian. 10 turnovers for Bataan,
Well,
only 6 for Rizal.
We talked about them starting to build that momentum before the end of the second quarter. And, you know, Bataan, if you remember, struggled with the first 2 possessions as Alex Ramos cleans up the minus miss.
This was a 22-27 game earlier. No, lamang pa yung Bataan kanina. No, actually 34-29. So if you think about it, It's been a...
Compute mo.
compute ko. Mabilis na. Mabilis.
Ay, ito na si Sason. Yan na, triple team na. Hindi ka pa tapos sa computation mo.
Okay, it's a 32-10 turnaround since that second quarter.
Wow.
Under a minute remaining in the third. Kani with a runner. It's in. 15 points ang inahabol ng Bataan. Hubert Kani has 10 points in the game. Aaron Estacio will drive. Hang time, no good. And Aaron Estacio looks like a player that's still trying to find his groove. Trying to rediscover his touch. Get his timing.
This is only a 15-point lead. And the way Mitchell, Minus has been pushing the ball, you know that you have a chance. Nasa free throw siya ngayon.
Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Minus converts on the first. Coach Ralph Rivera on that Rizal bench. 1 for 2.
Maganda yung pangalan niya, no? Combination of parang Phil-Am yung dating, eh. No? I mean,
Yeah.
yung Pilipino yung apelido, pero pang-America yung kanyang first name. Ganda ng kombinasyon. Naive, first, three-pointer. Dito sa larong ito.
Javier airballs the 3 and another strong finish to the quarter para dito sa Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. They've extended the lead to 17. Check out the highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. It was Eric Campson who led the way in the third, and he got solid support from guys like Samboy De Leon, Alvin Alday, and Keanu Caballero. A total team effort led by Eric Campson.
Well, Eric Campson was huge in that third quarter. 12 points para sa kanya. But their defense really was a big factor as they were able to run the break, force some turnovers. That's why they have this 17-point lead heading into the final canto.
Fan of the game brought to you by LGR Sportswear. That's family of Boss Andre Cruz of Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers.
Beautiful family.
Yeah, get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. $17-point lead for Rizal against Bataan. Quarter scoring 22-19 Rizal in the first. Second quarter 19-17 in the third. They pulled away 23-11. Ramos mintis sa kanyang hang time move, asking for a foul, none given. Aaron Estacio nagtitimon ngayon for Rizal.
A good start defensively to start the quarter for the home team. Little flex action tinakbo nitong Bataan, pero na-force nila ang turnover. Minus lilipad. Beautiful finish.
You gotta love that finish galing kay Mitchell Minus. Di natinag sa depensa ni Naive. 11 puntos para kay Mitchell Minus. Estacio with a drive. Left-handed scoop, won't go. Labas kay Cañete. Push shot, short. Estacio could not save it. Keanu Caballero returns for Aaron Estacio. Check out this fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners.
Masabay silang tumalon eh. Ang problema, naunang bumaba yung depensa ng mga 1 o 2 segundo. Kaya si Minus nandun pa rin sa ibabaw for the finish. Javier misses a 3.
That was
Caballero.
Boss Andre Cruz kanina on your screens. Caballero. Pili. Drives. Drop pass. Cañete. Push shot won't go. And Javier on the other end. Turnover, Bataan. And Coach Ralph Rivera, talagang ayaw niyang mawala yung laro na to, no? For Rizal, because even with a 15-point lead, he brings back Eric Camson and Keanu Caballero.
No lead is safe. Sa NBA nga, yung 20, parang normal lang hinahabol.
Yep. Na mintis ni Robbie Naive ang tres na yon. Here comes Maynes.
Good
Ramos. No.
Slightly blocked, I believe, by Naive.
Gotta be stronger on the finish there. Pili will fire. Book it para kay Eric Pili.
Nakita mo yung backspin sa bolang yon? Napakaganda. Kung gaano rin kaganda yung cross-court pass na yon ni Naive.
69-47. Pili
Another.
on the run. Labas kay Cañete. Caballero. Back to Cañete. He'll fire. Yes, sir. Wow. Rizal regaining their touch from beyond the arc. They have struggled, to really get the rhythm against the stronger teams here in the league. Ngayon, mukhang unti-unti na bumabalik yung nakita natin from Rizal early in the season.
And it's because of their execution. It feels like every three that they've made came off a pass. Wala yung sariling pagod o sariling create except for this one. Eric Pili. Because they have that ability as well. Sila ni All Day. Ganon din si Caballero.
And I like the way this has been a mix para dito sa Rizal. We saw a lot of the strengths of this team, particularly the players individually. It's a 22-point lead. Eric Pilis found his touch again as Javier fires a three. And he misses. That's rebound number 18 para kay Eric Camson. See a lot of the athleticism that Samboy De Leon brings to the table para sa kanila. The toughness of Camson and Cañete dun sa ilalim. Even Eric Pili turning out to be a really solid 3-and-D player in this game. And Alwin Alday, syempre, alam natin kung ano makukuha mo kay Alwin Alday. The playmaking of Keanu Caballero who's been steady tonight, particularly, with those early three-pointers that kept the game close in the first quarter.
Ang dami mo nabanggit na pangalan doon, no? And those are, players who can make an impact as Pili is gonna miss this one. But to me, the 1-2 punch of this team is Caballero and Camson. Now, this is no knock to Alwin Alday because we all know that you give him the ball, he's their best creator, probably their best scorer. But I think Caballero, the way he uses the ball screens, his ability to shoot the basketball, if he can be consistent enough, that 1-2 punch, especially between him and Camson, that's a deadly combo.
Absolutely, and here's Camson firing the three, no good. Dom Vera with the rebound. 20-point lead for Rizal. Capulong. The one-hander drops para kay JL Capulong. 5.5 minutes to play. 18-point lead for Rizal. Cañete. When you look at this Rizal team, now that they're ahead by 18, and
time and score.
Yeah, the personnel that's coming in as well. Camson getting some arc and elevation on that shot.
And he is one rebound away from a 20-20 game.
Vera, Bringas, Tarang.
Parang ito na yun.
Jumper, no good.
And
No
pumasok.
good, sabi ko. Na good tuloy.
Oh, pumasok.
And they want to give up the foul.
Substitution.
Here's the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Kapulong makes the shot. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. It looks like it's back to the drawing board for the Bataan Risers. 22 assists tonight ng Rizal. Mintis ang tres. Oh, Caballero with the offensive rebound, trying to find Camson. Bringas trying to give some life here to Bataan.
It's a good timeout.
Only a 16-point lead now.
Yeah, this is a good timeout by Coach Ralph Rivera. Just to stop the bleeding a little bit and at the same time, i-remind ang Rizal that they are not out of the woods yet.
Bataan showing a lot of pride as they trim the deficit to 16. 4:26 remaining. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Let's check in with Mika Abisamis.
Last game, Eric Camson felt the defense was really good on him, scored only 2 points. So today he asked help from the rest of the front line, kay Cap Marco, si Cañete, Apa. Although like you said, he is leading everything tonight. Leader daw talaga siya by nature, no? Sa team, sa friends. He is actually coaching in an intertropa league for now. But you know what? All of this is mainly for his wife, who is slowly healing from a critical illness, which is the real win. Winning on the court and in life for Eric. So that's Coach Chris.
Eric Camson has
Speedy recovery.
Yeah, has kept that part of his life, you know,
Private.
a little private,
Discreet.
discreet on that. But he's told a few friends about it, especially his teammates. And alam natin that, you know, the Rizal management has been in full support. She's in Batangas right now with, and Eric is there, you know, every time, you know, kailangan pamilya niya. He still plays, of course, no, kailangan niyang, you know, hanap buhay to, itong basketball, eh, but
Right.
again, you know, he's been playing through a lot with his private life, and that's even more admirable with the way he started his MPBL career with Rizal.
Yeah.
Christian.
Outside of these four corners, obviously there is more to life than just the basketball or the leather. You know, and obviously our thoughts and prayers to his family, to his wife, para yung magpagaling the soonest.
And I remember, you know, you remember that Keanu Caballero buzzer beater, right?
Of course.
It's now, it's just a 13-point lead now. And you remember the post-game interview where Eric Camson was
In tears.
in tears. I think that was mostly because of what he was going through.
Accumulation na yun eh.
Oh, and then the win as well, more emotional, more dramatic. But again, thoughts and prayers to Eric Camson and his family, going through a tough time at the moment. De Leon to Eric Camson, a three, no good. And he tracks it down for his 20th rebound. Camson, still no go. Rebound ni Bringas. And Mitchell Maynez with the rock. Maynez, Bumuelo, no good on that runner. Alday secures the rebound for Rizal. Two and a half minutes to play, 13-point lead for the Golden Coolers. Marco Balagtas, tumanggap ng bola against Carl Bringas. Balagtas to the corner. De Leon knocks down the three.
Is it me or there's something about that left corner that every time, especially a blue shirt releases the basketball, it feels like It's going all the time. Look at the backspin on this basketball, Sidelf. Tulad nung tira ni Eric Pili a few minutes earlier. Nothing but bottom.
Samboy De Leon, 12 points against Binyan. Struggled a bit from the field and at the free throw line. 4 of 14, 3 of 6 from the foul line, 8 rebounds. And he has 12 points tonight, matching that output, but a much better clip with 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. 16-point lead for Rizal. A little over 2 minutes remaining. Los Andre Cruz and Coach Ralph Rivera still very serious there. They take their basketball very seriously here in Rizal. They've built quite a team this season. Check out this play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Well, dun sa huling sinabi mo, I think all 30 teams should take this league seriously. First of all, it's not cheap to buy a franchise.
Oh wow, Marco Balagtas.
Lalabas ang mga tinamaan sa ilong.
Oo.
Second, you represent your respective city
Or province.
or province, di ba? Which means you represent more than just the surname
Oh,
at the back of your jersey. Ito yung incident, no, na tinamaan of that spin move.
it's a big
Incidental, obviously. Minus kay Balagtas.
Yeah, if you're Coach Ralph, you don't wanna finish this game with no untoward incident. Alday gets it across. Final 2 minutes here in Montalban, Rizal. He turns the ball over though. Minus. He's been fighting hard. Mitchell Minus. Very difficult to stop in the open court. That ball will remain with Bataan, with Rizal rather. With a minute and 44 remaining. Samboy De Leon, there's a double team. Almost a turnover. The pass to Cañete. Napaganda pa. Keanu Caballero.
Kahit kapos na yung pasa, no? Hindi na nga minute ni Cañete yung bola, but still was open enough to finish that one. Ito, may palpal pa doon sa layup ni Minus.
66 to 80. Carl Bringas. Narang all over but the final score here. And Carl Bringas finishes on the other side. Alvin Alday. Samboy De Leon, 12-point lead with a minute remaining. Rizal likely to bounce back from the loss to Binyan last week.
They will bounce back.
Bataan will fall to 5-9 in their record.
Foul given up. Penalty na to. Not yet.
Yeah, wala pa.
Obviously, this puts Rizal with this win half a game. No, yung pagkatalo ngayon ng Binyan puts them at 8-4. Rizal coming into tonight's game 8-4 puts them at 9-4. So half a game advantage. No, puts him at the number 4 spot. You know, for maybe for a week or two, depending on the next game nitong Binyan. Right behind them is Batangas, who's been, Yeah, picking up a little momentum.
Yeah.
No, after being below 500, I believe, 3 straight wins to para sa Batangas.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa Subok at Kompleto Appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
They
Yeah.
were 4 and 5 na.
Yeah.
3 straight games sila, especially after, the game last night. That outstanding performance by Levi Hernandez. 3-pointer by Jeff Santos.
Down to 10 ng lamang, minus with the steal. Getting sloppy here. Only a 2-pointer there. Foot on the line, and Camson, 23 points and 23 rebounds. And top of my head, the last time there was a 2020 game here in the MPBL, Justin Baltasar.
Tagal na nun.
Last year lang.
Last year lang.
Marami-rami. Kaso, pag 2020 si Balti, ang nakikita mo, parang wala na sa kanya. Just a normal day in the office. Eric Camson, though, adding to his tally. What a season, though, for Eric Camson. These first 12 games para sa kanya, 13 games.
Na player of the week na ba ito?
Yes.
Yes.
.30 seconds to play. Santos to Bringas. Carl drives. Mintis. Cañete with the rebound. And that will do it. Rizal will dribble it out. 82-71. A strong response from the Golden Coolers after that loss to Binyan last week. They improved to 3-2 at home and improved their record to 9-4 after this victory over the one Bataan Risers Kamaya Coast. They absorb their another loss here to Bataan. Another tough ending para sa kanila, but you have to give credit here to the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. A terrific second half. They finished the game strong, and they were led by our best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Eric Camson with a 2020 game. First 2020 game of the season, actually. Ito si Eric Camson. He finishes with 24 points and 23 rebounds. Winning on the court and at least getting a win as the health of his wife has improved. 82-71. Panalo ang Rizal. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Eric. Double-double performance, lalo na yung 23 rebounds. Yun yung tumatak sa akin. Pero Eric, coming from that last game, kumusta ka naman ngayon?
Mas better ngayon kasi nung last game talagang alam ko mataas ang expectation sa akin. So although close fight kami, so nawala yung contribution ko. So ngayon, ginawa ko na lang din na na kailangan kong bumawi ngayon. Kailangan kong mas i-double yung effort ko para lang matamunan yung last game ko na bad night.
Maraming salamat. Sabi mo nga, pinag-usapan mo yung team. Sabi nga ni Coach Ralph sa akin kanina, hinahanap pa rin niya yung right mix of 5, no? Lalo na pagdulo. Pero ngayong araw na to, ang ganda ng second half niyo. Ano sabi mo doon?
Yung pa rin, in-apply pa rin namin yung everyday tinuturo ng mga coaches. Pinupukpok kami ng pinupukpok sa depensa, and then mas pinagmamatured pa kami. Hindi lang sa individual, kundi as a team. So, thank you kami sa mga coach, lalo na sa akin na sa pagtitiwala. Credit to sa mga coach sa game plan nila ng depensa at opensa.
Eric, tuwing nandito ka nakaupo para sa best player, very emotional ka, no? Meron ka bang mga gustong pasalamatan sa buhay, Eric?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon sa opportunity lagi na binibigay sa akin. Kasi siyempre, para sa asawa ko to na may sakit, para sa anak ko, sa pamilya ko, sa mga kapatid ko, sa magulang ko, sa parents ng aking asawa. And then sa lahat ng mga kaibigan na sumusuporta sa akin, binabati ko ang Golden Coolers, ang Powerhouse, Anytime Fitness, kay Boss Sander and kay Boss Alex.
Alright, maraming salamat, Eric Camson. This play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Sit down, Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, Mika. And congratulations kay Eric Camson with that 2020 performance to lead Rizal to victory. Their 9th win of the season. Bukas, Paco Arena ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Mindoro against Bacolod in the first game at 4 p.m. and at 6 p.m. in Cebu against Cebu. Mabilis na wala yung graphic. But nonetheless, it's another important game tomorrow for Mike, partner coach Christian Wanzon, and syempre Mika Abisamis, Cebu and Basilan, Sarangani, and Manila Batang Quiapo completing our schedule tomorrow. For my partner coach Christian, Mika, and the rest of our team, maraming salamat po. Ito po si Dev Tupa saying good night from Montalban, Rizal.